just kind of see how tough they are as they get prepared to head to Vegas. Nice mask, Coach. We've got matching masks, Richie. I don't know if you noticed that.
It's an accessory these days, is it not?
That's right. Irvine in the blue, Long Beach State in the white. We are underway in this rivalry game between UCI and Long Beach State. You look at just the discrepancy in games these teams have played, as we have an early turnover here for UCI, and reverse layup try is no good there by Chance Hunter, but he'll get to the free throw line. Irvine has played 22 games this season, just 14 for Long Beach State. The Beach has had 3 pauses and 10 games lost due to cancellation. It's been quite the rocky road for them.
You know, UC Irvine has 14 wins. You just mentioned it. That's as many games as Long Beach State has played all season long. You got to give us credit, though. You know, a little bit of it's luck. But Russ Turner's group has remained COVID-free all year. You know, the games that they've missed this season have been because their opponents tested positive.
Definitely 2 ends of the spectrum there for both of these squads as Hunter splits the pair. Here's Isaiah Lee, the sophomore out of Australia, running the point. Our test with it now as Lee gets it back. Brad Greene, as they go to Velp, Player of the Year candidate in this conference. The freshman, Dawson Baker, who's been phenomenal for them this season. Nice little crafty play there to get the leaner. And Irvine with the early lead.
Well, that's what they do. They go inside out, and then it's just individual development by Baker to make the play.
Baker, the freshman out of Coto de Caza. And a nice spin move there by Hampton. Just to kind of continue on the trend, just 3 players have played in every game this season. Hampton, who just got the basket right there, is one of them, along with Trevor Irish and Jaden Jones for Long Beach State. And we have a travel called against Brad Greene. So 2 quick turnovers here for Irvine, Coach.
Right, but look at Long Beach State. They're continuing to try to go down inside the paint. They want to impose their will. They want to impose that space to be theirs. That's part of the toughness that Courtney touched on, that Dan Munson talked about. You have to out-tough the Anteaters, and they're going to try to out-tough you, out-physicality you inside the paint.
Here's Hunter with it. And he walked with it. So a lot of guys got their luggage packed already, ready for Vegas here in this one in the early going. A couple of traveling calls on each side.
You have to find ways to maintain your motivation. It's been a long year, a strange year, and a lot of restrictions. But when you get to this point of the year, the season, you have to finish the regular season strong before you go into tournament play. Baker
attacking. Missed that one badly, but may get his own rebound. Nope. It's going to be taken by Washington. Nice lead pass there on the pitch ahead to Jones. Here's Hampton. He'll try to fall away. Good by the lefty. So Joe Hampton, the transfer from East Los Angeles Community College, the junior, 6'8", 250 with the jumper there. He's got 4 here in the early going. And a nice theft there by Hampton as he got his hands on that one.
I think you're going to see pressure all game long from Long Beach State. You know, I don't know if they're in the kind of shape to sustain it throughout the course of a game. But in spurts, I think you're going to see full court pressure. You're going to see a lot of ball pressure. But these turnovers are killing Beach right now in the early going.
Yeah, both teams really, but Long Beach State, especially when you figured you got, you know, one of the top teams in the conference at home on your floor. You want to take advantage of their slow start. Long Beach unable to do so. Baker in the lane. Nice job of boxing out there by the Beach.
UC Irvine is so good at defense that you want to try to see if you can get. Oh, wow.
Brad Greene, not in my house. 2-on-1 fast break. Here's Baker the other way. The reverse, no. But Greene in there fighting forward, and we're going to have a jump ball. Hampton tied him up. Possession arrow favors the Beach.
I like the tempo. Yeah, and to my point here, Long Beach State, if they get a rebound, whether it's a short rebound or a long rebound, you got to go. You got to go. You got to try to force turnovers, get deflections. You got to go. Irvine is so good in their half-court defense. They're always one of the best nationally if you look at the overall rankings. See if you can score if you're Long Beach State before Irvine has a chance to set up in that defense.
So Baker has a seat. And we're going to see J.C. Butler in the game for the first time for UC Irvine. Nice flash there. Hampton didn't see Washington cutting across, just 2 on the time clock. Washington got to heave it up. He doesn't see it, doesn't notice it. So Irvine went to the 2-3 zone there and caught Long Beach a little bit off guard, forces a turnover.
Hey, you think you stink, right? Like if you're thinking, it's a little bit more difficult to just play naturally and flowing. They go to that 2-3 and it just kind of stunted the offense.
Russ Turner has been running that 2-3 zone for years here with UC Irvine, and it's given a lot of teams problems with all the length that they have. Remember, they used to put 2, 3, 7-footers back there when they had Mamadou Njai and Demokopoulos and the likes.
He felt like 3 7-footers himself at 7'6".
Yeah. We're going to have a foul underneath against Hampton. So that's going to be his first, and the first team foul against the Beach. As we're nearing the 16-minute mark here, you take a look at Russ Turner, and what a job he's done this year. Coach of the Year candidate in the league. Look at the turnover. Yeah, you've got Velp and you've got Greene. You've got some consistency there with their upperclassmen, but just a slew of freshmen on this team in a pandemic season. And you've seen other teams across the country how they've been freshman laden and have had their issues with the likes of a Duke or a Kentucky or whatnot, but Turner's got these anteaters rolling right along.
Well, only 2 upperclassmen. That's tied for, the youngest in that category in the country with Auburn University.
Yeah, it's the second youngest team in the country.
Behind Navy.
Here's DJ Davis short. Greene fighting for the rebound, can't get it, and here comes Isaiah Washington of the Jelly Fam fame. Carter from the corner. Can't get the 3, but the putback is there. Nobody got a body on Hunter. Chance Hunter, and it's 7-2 Beach early.
Oftentimes the perimeter players forget to check. Just put an elbow. Just stop the person from the perimeter from coming in and getting a rebound.
Greene can't get the short hook. You like this defense here by Long Beach State here in the early going.
It's good. They're getting in that zone, hitting the elbows.
Here's Jones starting his 8th straight game. He's a guy who's benefited from some of the injuries and players in and out of the lineup due to COVID protocols. Velp.
And he's been shooting the ball so well. As of late especially. I mean, not just three-pointers. He's 36% from behind the arc, but you see that he can post up, and if he faces up and you take away the drive, he's got that mid-range shot down pat.
Yeah, Coffey's for closers. He's averaging 22 his last 9. We're going to have a tie-up underneath. Possession arrows favors UC Irvine. The Anteaters ball when we return. This is the Big West on ESPN.
A lot of teams got hit early on, and then as the season has gone on, it's gotten better and better.
Take a look at Colin Velp. Player of the Year candidate for this UC Irvine squad. DJ Davis handling the point guard position. Isaiah Lee with it now, looking for Velp, finds him.
Long Beach State coming out in the zone.
Velp trying to go to work. And he's got hit right across the hand there. They're going to get Jones for the foul, so Velp will be at the free throw line.
No matter what is thrown at them, they're always going to go inside first. That's been a Russ Turner staple. And you talked about both these coaches, him and Dan Munson, a little bit ago. Russ Turner just recently passed Dan Munson in the all-time win list in Big West history. Coach Russ Turner, 5th all-time in career wins in the Big West Conference. Look, just going to pump it down inside. You just see that turnaround right there. Obviously, he got slapped on the forearm, but Colin Velp, if you take it away, he'll knock down those little bunnies, those 10, 15 feet mid-range jumpers. But he's got enough good footwork down inside where he can maneuver his way to the basket as well.
81% foul shooter on the year makes them both. So Irvine within 1 here.
See, I like this right here. You're seeing UC Irvine. They come out in a full court zone press. Looks like a 2-2-1. Not designed to force turnovers, designed to take time off the shot clock. You have 30 seconds. Look, they haven't even started their offense yet, and it's already halfway through the shot clock.
Hunter can't get the leaner, and the ball's in the hands of Butler. Nice give and go there, and Butler going to earn 2 shots. Slater tried to get in there to get the charge. They're going to call a block, and J.C. Butler will be at the line.
He's so versatile. I mean, a little give-and-go action, and gives it up. And then his teammate, another underclassman, it's freshman to sophomore, going down inside and trying to finish strong.
Butler redshirted a season ago. Redshirt freshman out of Racine, Wisconsin. The son of current Miami Heat assistant coach Caron Butler. Had a 14-year career in the NBA. As Butler's able to knock both down. We've seen Russ Turner do that, right? Where he will have a guy play his freshman year, then will redshirt him that second year and allow him to develop. It worked wonders for Brad Greene.
He shedded a lot of weight, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
Like 50, 60 pounds, it seems like he shedded off.
Try 85.
Was I that off?
That's carried a lot of weight walking on campus, Kid Greene.
I don't even recognize him anymore when he's out there warming up. He looks amazing.
Shimanga with it. Redshirt freshman. You see the energy and activity here from Long Beach State in the early going.
Well, that's what Coach Munson said they had to do. You know, he felt like, I'm sorry, let me repeat that. Not like he felt like he had to do that. He felt like they're in really bad shape. They haven't been in the weight room a lot. They've had 50, 60 days of quarantine, and injuries happen as a result. You don't have summer conditioning. You don't have preseason conditioning. So it feels like they're making a ton of mistakes, but he feels like they can pressure and disrupt teams. Just doesn't know how long they can do that. Not sure if they're in good enough shape and if they'll do a good enough job without fouling in the process.
DJ Davis with the runner, unsuccessful. We're going to have a foul called against the Beach. That's going to be the second foul on Colin Slater, who just checked into the game during our last timeout.
Well, Colin Slater is a player for Long Beach State who initially opted out. And he's one of the guys who's probably in one of the worst shapes on this team. This is only his sixth game of the year. Just came back a matter of, 2-3 weeks ago. And, yeah, when you're not in great shape, you tend to foul quite a bit. You tend to make mistakes because your feet and your arms aren't in timing. They're not in condition. He was a heck of a player last year as a junior, 10 points a game, shot about 40% almost from three, and led the team in minutes per game last year. Now, just played in this is the sixth game, 7 points aboard is what he's averaging.
Hampton tries to spin. We're going to have a foul underneath. Second team foul against UCI. This one going to go to Austin Johnson. Hampton will have a seat for the first time tonight for Long Beach State. Got Davis on the floor along with Henry, Butler, Shimanga, and also Johnson for Russ Turners and Eaters.
I'm excited about number 13 for Long Beach State. Just came in the game, Romel Manziel.
Isaiah Washington the step back, but he gets fouled by the freshman Henry.
Washington is a player who can create his own shot. He's extremely talented, played at Minnesota, played at Iona. But he brings a bit of toughness that nobody else on the team really brings. And, obviously that's just a finesse shot. You work your way in, take a step back, and get fouled in the process. But, man, on defense, when it comes to hustle plays, Isaiah Washington brings a sense of toughness nobody else has. He's
a New York City point guard, Coach. I think there's something to say about that. As Butler has a seat, Baker returns for UCI.
But pay attention to number 13, Romel Mansell, for Long Beach State. I haven't seen him play since last year. He was injured last time I had a chance to see this team play live. But a 6'9" post. Now he'll do some wonders defensively on the big men for UC Irvine.
Long Beach State going back to that full court press. As Henry has in the backcourt, they need to hurry up here, running out of time, and finally get it across with about a second to spare. It's Baker. got caught in the air. It's going to be a turnover. Jordan Roberts in there defensively for Long Beach State.
Low-scoring game, huh? I think both these teams are doing things defensively that's bothering their opponent. I've seen a number of turnovers from each team. 9 total turnovers in the opening 7 minutes of this game. Little sloppy.
Roberts, the 18-footer, not close. Here's Henry, the freshman out of La Cañada, and he gets the layup. Here's Washington. New York City, where you at?
The 36% three-point shooter.
You talk about just that swag he brings to the gym every time. You saw a little glimpse of it there. Travel there against Jordan Roberts. Takes us to a timeout on the floor. 11:34 to play. We're all squared, 12 apiece. New York City, where the Rucker at? We're going to the Rucker, Richie.
More turnover than Long Beach State, but I like everything you just said. They've come out with intensity. They've come out fired up defensively, applying ball pressure, changing up their defense a little bit, making it difficult for UC Irvine, trying to make them think the way through. I think Dan Munson is continuing to try to find a rotation as I don't think he's had one yet all season long in this short year.
It's been rough. It's been rough for Coach Munson, without a doubt. As you mentioned, still trying to find a rotation. He mentioned to us the other day. But also Tuesday, he was the only coach at practice.
That's crazy, isn't it? You got 2 coaches who have essentially opted out. There's Dan Munson right there. He said they've not named any team captains, I believe is what he said. They've got no real flow. And, they haven't had more than 2 weeks in a row with the same players. They're just very fluid as a roster. He's really hoping this weekend will kind of catapult them into getting into a groove as they approach conference tournament. Look, and he said it to us. He said, I know we're as good as anyone in this league, but can we sustain it? That's the thing. They have talent. Do they have flow? Do they have a rotation? Do they feel good about everything going into conference tournament play? That's the challenge. Can they figure that out before next Tuesday when conference tournament starts?
So many variables go into playing a season like this. It's DJ Davis with the step back. Too long there. There's Isaiah Washington looking to push. Carter attacking Greene, got caught in the air, rejected from behind by Johnson. The pitch ahead to Baker. Underneath layup, no. And back we go the other way.
I love seeing 2 jerseys in white sprinting back when it could have been an easy 2 for UC Irvine. That's great hustle by Dan Munson's defense.
Carter. Wild shot there, out of bounds. They say last touch, Long Beach. Let's send it down to Courtney Sweet.
Yeah, guys, just to add a little bit to your conversation about all the ups and downs that Long Beach have faced this season, I liked how Coach Munson said, we're still a November team playing in March. Basically, we're trying to figure things out we normally would at the beginning of the season. And he told us on the call, look, we have an opportunity to play better than we have. They've gotten up in games, but then they've lost those leads. But he said, look, even though we're losing, we're playing our best basketball at the right time. And you guys have been doing this a long time. Isn't that what coaches want to say? Like, even though they're figuring it out, at least they're hopefully trending in the right direction going into the tournament.
Yeah, right, Coach? Typically, you want to be trending upwards, right? Playing your best basketball as you head into March in the conference tournament.
You build your house in November and December that you're going to live in the rest of the year. Come March, you want to be playing your best basketball. You want to be trending as high as you possibly can so you're at your best in conference tournament. And that's where all the marbles are played for the NCAA tournament appearance.
Especially in a league like this, right?
Correct. One bid league.
Washington in and out. Brad Greene gobbles up a rebound. Neither team shooting particularly well. Just 40% for Irvine, 29% for the Beach. A little bit of a slobber knocker here in the early going. Baker, under 10 in the paint. That one swatted away by Mansell. No, Irish, I beg your pardon. Here's Henry, the second try, and he'll earn 2.
You know, it's amazing. You look on the floor for UC Irvine. Their 3 perimeter players, freshmen. Their post players, Austin Johnson, sophomore. Big mean Brad Greene, senior. They're young. You talked about it. I said the second youngest in the nation behind Navy, right?
Second youngest team in the country.
Look at it's incredible that they're as good as they are. You know, record-wise, this season in second place right now with such a young group. 5 true freshmen, 3 redshirt freshmen, so you have 8 freshmen really on the floor for the first time, 4 sophomores and 1 redshirt sophomore. 13 freshmen and sophomores, and then you have the 2 seniors, Colin Velp and Brad Greene.
And you think about going forward, though, like, this team is going to be a problem. But that's I guess that's a staple of a program, right? And that's what Russ Turner has built there. You don't necessarily rebuild, you reload. And we see it happening here in front of our eyes.
And correction, Brad Greene's the only senior. It's Colin Velp as a junior, so 2 upperclassmen is what I meant to say.
Yeah, Velp a 4th-year junior, though, however. So,
but UC Irvine's system, I mean, look, they're 20th in the nation in rebounds per game, best in the Big West. They're 11th in the nation in rebound margin, best in the Big West. You know, it's rebound and defense. They lead the league in steals and field goal percentage defense. They're second in blocks per game. So, yeah, you reload, you know, but at the same time, you have a program that demands excellence in defense and rebounding, and that's what wins you ball games.
Washington, meanwhile, has 9 of the 16 for Long Beach State. Loose ball, and that's going to be off Long Beach. And Russ Turner upset right now.
He's not afraid to let his players know he's upset with them. He is not afraid. And a lot of players appreciate that. They want accountability. They want to know what they've got to be better at.
What
they're doing wrong. I know.
What a pass there by Velp. Sorry to cut you off there, Rick.
All good.
8 to shoot. Velp to turn around. Long Beach knows it's going to have to rebound coming into today. They're keeping that rebounding margin close as Hampton gets in deep for the Bunny.
He's really impressed. Long, lean, great athlete, uses all of it well.
So Hampton and Washington have 15 of the 18 for the Beach. We're tied up once again.
Look at this ball movement, like a hot potato, moving around.
Velp falling away. That one grazes the rim, and back comes the Beach. Jones. The lefty for 3. Jaden Jones, who's played well of late here for Long Beach State, has kind of benefited from some of the injuries and guys opting out and other COVID-like situations this team has dealt with this season, and has taken advantage of his playing time. Velp tries to muscle one up, and you can just feel the energy defensively here from Long Beach State, Rich.
Yeah, it's paying off for them, too. They're making plays on the offensive end, making their defense become their offense. It's a great shot fake. See, that shot fake gave him 2 dribbles along with the ball screen. Got to knock down those 15-footers.
Shimanga. Three-second violation. That's the 6th turnover of the game for UC Irvine. We'll step up.
I'm taking advantage of mileage points.
Check you out. Nice.
You want to come with?
Maybe. You know, my wife and I were talking about Hawaii the other night. This is a true story. She's saying, where's the first place you want to go? I, of course, said Seattle. But
Seattle, really?
I was thinking about, I was like, or maybe Hawaii.
two completely different places.
Yeah, but I've been trying to go to Seattle for a long time. Here's Carter with the jumper.
You know, that's twice now I've seen one of the Long Beach State players hit a shot and look back at the UC Irvine bench. And there's some extracurriculars going on.
It's a rivalry game, I would bet.
Yeah. It's all fun and games, right?
Here's Greene, the reverse. No. Gets his own rebound, back up, and swatted aggressively there by Carter.
He didn't appreciate that. He felt the court where the officials can come let us know what's going on. Yeah, just a common foul.
So the senior out of Lone Pine, California, Brad Greene, long on the free throw there. Russ Turner says emphatically he should be your defensive player of the year, and that's no disrespect to any of the other candidates in the conference.
He also thinks he's playing like a first-team player.
Yeah.
I mean, here he is. He's second in the conference in rebounds per game behind who? His teammate, Colin Velp, who's only up by 0.2 of a rebound per game. But he's tops in the league in blocks per game. Takes a lot of space down inside.
Colin Slater back in there with those 2 fouls for the Beach. Here's Jones, same spot he hit a 3 from moments ago. Long on that one, and the freshman Baker with the rebound. Here's Isaiah Lee. That's Artest there with it. Johnson. Little step back there. Johnson showing a little bit of the offensive game. Remember, he was just a defensive guy last year.
He was really raw a year ago as a freshman. Really raw. And he's become much more skilled, much more sound around the basket. That little fadeaway mid-range with a hand in his face, never would have made that last year.
Hampton. Can't get the English. They go to Greene again. Double team comes immediately. Greene in trouble.
Great defense. Wow.
Here's the theft by Long Beach. Carter attacking. Carter off glass. No. Pulls down his own rebound. Jones, corner 3. Long Beach has had some good looks, Coach.
Yeah.
Baker hanging, no.
Both these teams are going at it.
Oh, Jones almost an incredible pass there, but stolen away by Artest. And
I feel like this is one of those, 1985 greatest blooper plays in the NFL football games. Going back and forth, a fumble here, nobody can get a hold of it. What?
We were talking about this in terms of Mike McPayo and just everything that they had there, and David Patrick not leaving the cupboard bare, and what he could be able to accomplish with that team. And no disrespect to Turner or Pasternak, but I think you got to look at what he's done there. I mean, he's done a fantastic job.
Well, Coach Pasternak and UC Santa Barbara, I mean, they have done a fantastic job of really dominating the league outside of losing those 2 early on to UC Irvine. Circus shot got him 2 free throws.
The interesting thing to me is because we're going by winning percentages, Santa Barbara sort of has the upper hand, but Irvine swept Santa Barbara earlier this season, right? And so had this been a normal year, Irvine would still have an opportunity to be playing for a championship here this weekend. But you look at what Russ has done, second youngest team in the country. You look at what Pasternak has done and all the great talent that he has there. I don't know that you can go wrong either way.
Well, Coach Turner feels like they've continued to improve. Turnovers have been an issue for them. It's very common for a young team that they have. And, he feels like they're right in position for where they hope to be. And that if they had played a full season, they're as good as anybody. So, but really, it all comes down to a handful of days in the conference tournament to see who's going to have an opportunity to go to the NCAA tournament. Now,
and that could be a crapshoot, pun intended, since we're going to Vegas.
the NIT usually was, if you won the regular season, you had an automatic bid to the NIT if you didn't make the NCAA tournament. This year, the NIT has gone from 32 teams down to 16 teams. So now it's an at-large selection. So UC Santa Barbara is going to come out as the regular season champions, more than likely, right? So they win the regular season. There's not a guarantee that they're going to be in the NIT. We all hope so if they weren't to make the NCAA tournament, but there's no guarantee.
Yeah, no guarantee. You look at some of the metrics, and Santa Barbara is up there in terms of teams in the country. You look at net rating, you look at Ken Palm. Russ Turner mentioned him the other day. They're at about 110 at Ken Palm. Normally that'd be good enough to win the conference, but a year like this and with the year that Santa Barbara is having, they find themselves in the 2 spot looking up. But very, very interesting, especially that note about the NIT.
Yeah. Because
there's you can be left out if you're Santa Barbara and you don't win in Vegas.
Such a weird year, too. Like, in a normal year, I think we'd be talking about Jim Less, UC Davis for Coach of the Year, potentially. All the things they've had to go through, yet they still have a winning record right now. How about Rod Barnes at CSU Bakersfield coming to the league for the first time and having a winning record? I mean, you can make a case for a lot of these guys, but we just don't know it. And hardly anybody's had a number of games where where the other coaches can properly evaluate them. They don't even get a chance to play everybody this season because if a series is canceled,
that's it.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
So we can have a scenario in the conference tournament where teams are playing each other for the first time this season.
Yeah, coaches, in the tournament. Yeah, coaches vote. I mean, the media votes on preseason. The coaches vote for the awards at the end of season. They know they're coaching against these players, against these coaches. But again, a lot of these teams aren't going to have an opportunity to vote for, or they won't have an opportunity to vote for anybody they want, but they won't have played against them to really get a true feel for those players and coaches.
Combined, these teams have missed 15 of their last 17. Hampton trying to end the streak, can't do it. I mean, you want to credit the defense here. His defenses have been pretty good, but a lot of missed opportunities here on both sides.
These teams are shooting a combined 30%. So it's sloppy, but you have to credit the defense for a lot of it. Let's just look at swarming defense. He gets inside the 3, picks up his dribble, and Andre Henry, the freshman, long, is all over.
Washington. Lefty 3-pointer from the corner is good. That's Chance Hunter, his 6-pointer of the night. Velp, the step back. He's been off. Everybody's been off. Jones steps into a 3. No. And Colin Velp with another rebound.
It's a couple seconds differential on the shot clock. They're going to take advantage of this use it or lose it 30-second timeout, talk things through. When you have a young team like this and you want to...
Differential between shot clock and game clock. On the floor for Russ Turner's Anteaters, Henry, who'll be inbounding it. DJ Davis along with Greene, Velp, and Dawson Baker. Davis takes the inbound feed. Here's Baker, the talented freshman. Gives way to another talented first-year player. We have a foul up high against Slater. That's going to be his 3rd.
Wow.
And that's going to put Davis at the foul line. Not a smart foul there by Slater.
It just shows you. I mean, it's another unfortunate thing for Coach Dan Munson. You have a player that just opted back in. It was really an exciting player to watch, and he fouls right there as he's pressuring the basketball. Maybe just a little reach in there with his left hand, and a lot of people don't think preseason conditioning is important, getting into the flow. I mean, Colin Slater has been basically sitting out from last March up until about 3 weeks ago.
Davis gets the first foul shot. So essentially he and Drew Cobb, they opted out in the fall. And they saw how everything was going on, the protocols that were in place, this, that, and the other, and sort of rethought their decision, and there was an opportunity to opt back in after the turn of the semester, and they did that. And so both are on the squad now, and they've contributed to spirit. Contributed to? Whoa.
I like
where are we at? What is that?
Talk for a living?
What is that? They've been sparingly contributing to Dan Munson's cause here. And we have a foul. Irvine had a foul to give, so they take it there at the timeline.
Still not a foul you want. Shaden Knight trying to guard the ball full court.
A little early, right? If you have a foul to give, you may want to take it a little bit later. Dan Munson going to take his user to lose a timeout here with 11 3/10 left.
Action. But yeah, you can still set a ball screen that can get somebody into a gap.
Looks like the Eaters are going to go man-to-man coming out of the timeout. Hampton, just as you called, Coach, in deep against Greene, goes off of Greene's head and out of bounds. And we got just under 4 ticks left.
Well, it's not a bad situation for Long Beach State, because no matter what happens here, unless they just throw a complete turnover for a steal, UC Irvine's not going to get a good look off for a shot if they were to get the ball back here.
Washington will be the inbounder. Top of the key, Hunter. Carter, a wide open look at 3. It's been that kind of half. The Beach leads it by 1. Carter got a great look there. Second half just about to get underway here inside the pyramid. Long Beach State by 1. Rashawn Haylock, the coach, Richie Schuler, and Courtney Sweet here with you alongside our fantastic ESPN crew. The Beach has the ball to start this half. Hampton got busy in the first half. Let's see what he can do here in the second. Hunter, nice ball fake. Carter not really expecting the pass there. Hunter. Trying to sky against Greene there. No bueno, but he'll get 2. And has a little something to say to the big fella from Irvine as well on his way to the foul line.
Like the courage. UC Irvine came out in a 2-3 zone. Thought Long Beach State did a great job of attacking it and getting the ball in the cracks of it. Well, there's that toughness you talked about. How are they going to bring toughness out of the locker room into the game? Well, look, that'll show some toughness. You know, people talk about dunks all the time. Obviously, this dunk didn't go through. He got fouled by the help side defender, Brad Greene. But you know what? Dunks are only worth 2 points. What it does do, though, it brings energy, especially if it's a home game with fans in the stands. It brings energy to your team.
He tried to catch one there. Only splits the pair, so 2-point lead here for the Beach.
Doing what they always do, going right into the post early in possessions. Little Laker cut action, clears it out. Now it's basically one-on-one. You know, that shows some growth for Colin Velt. He didn't used to be a guy that was really comfortable catching with his ball to the basket. Or back to the basket. Now you're seeing him do more and more of that this season, playing back to the basket as well as stepping out mid-range and three-point shots.
Washington from deep. No. There's Hunter underneath with the putback. Chance Hunter, an aggressive start here to this second half. Courtney Sweet caught up with Russ Turner during the half. Courtney, what'd you get?
Yeah, well, Richie, I have to thank you because I asked him the question that you asked about was he happy with his team's shot selection. He said, no, Long Beach dictated to us, and that's why we had so many turnovers. We need to play with more strength and force. He said it's always challenging for us when we play against Long Beach because their guards do try to dictate to us. It's hard to play here, he said, but credit to Long Beach and their defense. He also wants to see his team move the ball better. And, guys, that's what he told us this week when we asked him what he was concerned about. He said Long Beach always try to dictate to us, so we'll see if they're able to turn that around this half, guys.
Thank you, Courtney.
That's good stuff right there.
Here's Greene. Fights through the double team. Velt there to catch the offensive rebound and gets the putback. Was that a mini flex there? It's a no flex zone, Colin Velt.
No flex zone. Got to beat this zone, get the ball at the high post, short corners. drive into the gaps, drive, kick for outside threes. But if you get into the paint against the zone, you can usually break it. See right there, he gets himself a one-on-one opportunity because he got inside the paint.
That one squirts out on Carter. He had the 15-footer, but tried to get a little deeper. Baker, what a pass. Velp, no! He tried to hammer it down, but unsuccessful.
Well, he switched over to his left hand. He's a righty.
Irvine looking to run. Here's Baker in the front court. Baker on the attack. In deep, no. Neither team really attacking the rim aggressively, with the exception of that Hunter missed dunk attempt to start this half. That's kind of been the case here. Guys looking for fouls and not really getting them. And Hampton going to get fouled there by Greene. For Greene, this foul number 2, second team foul for UC Irvine.
Been impressed with Hampton's energy in today's game. Here's a player that was given a scholarship by Dan Munson in early December. He had gone through an NCAA investigation that he had to get cleared for, and a couple of junior colleges where he originally had signed by Penn State before he went to junior college. And here he is playing very well for Dan Munson.
Young man out of Washington, D.C. Oh, what a pass. Beautiful pass underneath by Carter.
That's how you break a zone. You get the ball at the high post, and the high post player has options. He can shoot it, he can pass it, he can drive it, but he can also look for the high-low action. It's exactly what he did.
First basket of the night for Roden. Here's Johnson short on the jump hook, and here comes Washington. Nice feed. Carter attacking, block shot, but the putback is there by Hampton.
They are pushing. Remember we talked about in the first half, if you're Long Beach State, try to push it before UC Irvine sets up in their defense. UC Irvine's got to knock down some of these shots in the paint. Johnson, Velp, Greene have all missed shots about 3 feet from the basket already here in the second half.
Velp with 5 against Roden. Falling away, tough shot, in and out. Here's Washington, a speed dribble in the front court, hanging off glass, no.
It's a little bit helter-skelter right now. That's a carry. UC Irvine needs to just pull it out, take a deep breath, and let things reset. And this timeout couldn't come at a better time for Russell Turner's group. It's a young group.
Game like this, or at least the way this game has flowed so far this evening. And we're ready to start playing some basketball as Washington will get into the front court for Long Beach State.
Well, this 3-4 minute segment, UC Irvine needs to make a bit of a statement here. You know, they got to impose their will here. They've got to make sure that they're kind of stopping Long Beach State in their tracks, but giving them shots around the basket like that really dodged a bullet.
J.C. Butler the rebound. Yeah, Hunter's got to make that shot. A lot of missed opportunities for the Beach and deep. For Irvine as well.
Still only 2 3-point attempts for UC Irvine.
Butler skying for the rebound. Johnson trying to get in there as well, but it's going to be gobbled up by Irish. Here's Washington. Oh, there's the jelly. There's the jelly. New York City in the house, boys and girls.
Wow. Again, they're getting great defensive stops, and they're going the other direction with a snap of a finger. UC Irvine's not getting set up in defense, and they're getting some of those transition points as a result.
Here's Velp trying to go to work, and we're going to have a foul on Roden. Looked like he may have got a hand on Velp there. Can't do that. Right there in the back, coach. They're going to call that pretty much every time. It became more of an emphasis, I want to say, a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's definitely something the officials are looking more at, arm bars and that kind of thing. Look, UC Irvine shooting 28% from the field. Now, they get to the foul line quite a bit and knocking them down. But that's their first made three-pointer right there, and only their third attempt. Inside-outside basketball. good passing teams are generally good shooting teams.
That was the freshman Davis. He has 7 now. Here's Roden, and that one swatted right back in his face by Velp. So Isaiah Washington going to inbound it. We talked about the Jelly. He's the co-founder of the Jelly Fam movement, Coach Richie Schuler. And really, it was him and a bunch of other New York City point guards coming together in a different way to kind of make your layups, if you will. They added a little bit of flash and pizzazz. It really took over the city. They were getting record crowds at some of their high school games. There's a video on YouTube chronicling it that got over 1 million views.
Finger roll layups, huh?
And the Jelly is the layup as Butler gets the reverse there.
I'm going to create the peanut butter fam. Peanut butter and jelly go together, right?
Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly. Here's Washington. And he's going to get fouled up high by Butler. As poorly as Irvine has played here, I mean, they're still right here within 1.
Well, I don't know if them playing poorly is accurate, maybe poorly on offense.
On offense.
Right? But they're still holding Long Beach State to 33% from the field.
Yeah, defense definitely keeping them in this one.
And that's exactly why you have to be a good defensive team to be a championship team. Defense and rebounding, those two things will cover up your mistakes on offense when the ball's not falling in the hole.
Davis from deep. That's up and over.
It is pretty fascinating to look at the difference in points off the bench. For Long Beach State, it's only 2. It's almost all but 2 points from their starters.
Travel caught there on Hunter.
Whereas more than half the points for UC Irvine, 19 to be exact, are coming off the bench. And, you know, Russell Turner's always played, 11, 12 guys, sometimes more.
Butler steps into a 3.
This is, 3 straight possessions, maybe 3 and 4, where they've gotten an open look from behind the arc. They've nailed 2 of them, and all of a sudden, UC Irvine, all those things in order to have a chance. And they get back-to-back games to be able to do it. But remember, Long Beach State has had a hard time closing. And, their last 4 games that they have lost, we've mentioned it earlier, combined 9 points. So they very well could have a much better record. They could have just closed out some of these close games.
Foul on the floor against Irvine. And they're going to call that one on Ofiri Ugajadeli in for the first time tonight. Irvine in the midst of an 8-0 run here. Long Beach trying to stop the bleeding. Hunter. Nearly stolen there by Butler. Wide open Slater from the corner.
Beach could have used that one. Remember that they're going to keep pressuring you if you're UC Irvine. Beach is going to keep pressuring. Keep your cool, keep your poise, and just really focus on what you do best. Inside, outside attack here on the offensive end.
Washington. Nice ball movement. Jones, the 3. Hampton with the second effort. They've had some good looks, Coach. Long Beach is 3 of 15 from 3, though.
Yeah, they're getting great looks. Got to convert.
Nice cut to the basket. Oh, swatted away. Johnson says,
That's what he was brought here to do. Defense and rebound.
Timeout on the floor. Irvine leads this one by 2.
Are we going to inbound? There we go.
It's just a formality, Coach.
Yeah.
Just a formality.
Coaches are never patient. I like that double ball screen action, a slip by Velp. He doesn't use either one of them, gets a great shot off.
Well, it's been quiet tonight.
Great pass, though.
Here's Slater. Long Beach State has missed its last 6. They've gone over 3.5 minutes since their last field goal. It's going to be even longer now after the turnover. Here's Butler, one-on-one. Oh, what a move. Butler with the reverse.
Wow.
Oh, he went in and out on him.
And he went with the left-hand reverse. A lot of impressive moves there. The player control foul.
And the entire Irvine bench gets up on its feet.
Did you hear it? It sounded like a small crowd. Those 15 members of the UC Irvine team, we could all hear them in the pyramid.
10-0 run here for the Anteaters.
That's a momentum shift changer. You've already got yourself a little padding now, a 4-point lead. You take a charge. Now you're feeling really good.
You're starting to feel these Anteaters come alive here, Coach. Here's Henry. Oh, what a rejection on the other end. Back comes the Beach. Hunter attacking. No. The second chance is good. Washington got in there for the tip.
I love it. Back and forth. I love it.
That stops the Irvine run. DJ Davis. Oh, what a ball fake. What a pass. Velp can't finish. Everything but the finish there for the Anteaters that time down. Washington steps into a 3. Missed badly there. And the rebound is off to the Eaters, J.C. Butler.
You don't have numbers here. UC Irvine, pull it out. Get relaxed. Get your team organized. There you go.
Davis, wide open look. He's been hot here in this second half. He's now in double figures with 10.
He's a natural scorer. He's a creator. And he's capable of getting really hot, as we've seen. Oh, look at that.
Lefty 3 and an answer from Hunter.
This is a fun basketball game.
Starting to come alive, huh, Coach?
Sure is. This is fun. I love it.
This one deflected out of bounds. Let's send it down to Courtney Sweet.
Near the court, not super close, but I do have a bird's eye view down here. But anyway, I do want to say you do feel down here just the importance of this stretch for both teams, but specifically for Long Beach. I know when we talked with Coach Munson earlier, he said, I know we are as good as anybody in this league, but can we sustain it? We get tired and frustrated, and we become really vulnerable. You guys mentioned they had 4 losses by a combined 9 points. And right now the Beach have 5 players over 19 minutes. Irvine has none. So is fatigue going to play a part? Are they going to, sustain kind of going back and forth? This is something that Coach Munson said coming into this week they needed to get better at. Let's see if they could do it.
No weights, no conditioning. All these things play a factor when you talk about late game stretches, Coach.
And that's exactly right. And can they sustain it? You have a team that's basically out of shape. They're in as best shape as they possibly can be. But game shape can really get you going. They haven't had many of those. And the rotation is pretty much non-existent because they've had so much fluidity with their roster this season. Yes, Coach Munson is going with the players that he trusts the most. However, how good a shape are they in? Can they sustain it for not just one night, but 2 nights in a row?
Floater by Davis. He's got 12 now. You mentioned he's a natural scorer, Coach. And he's looked good here in this second half.
Long Beach State, they got to be cool now. You're down. Look, they keep fighting. They keep getting punched in the mouth by UC Irvine here in the last few minutes, but they continue to respond.
Yeah, Beach not going anywhere. It's a 4-point game.
And when you got a program that loses a lot of close games, you eventually have to focus on those small victories to win the big battle. They might be there now.
Davis, another 3. Not that time. But here's Velp, lost it on the way up. Carter looking to push. No numbers for the Beach. Carter going to take it anyway. Steps through, lays it up and in.
Oh, wow. He hits a lot of off-balance shots like that. You can see how well he finishes around the basket. That was impressive.
Mr. Carter, y'all. Davis off balance the other end. Out of bounds, they say. Last touch.
Long Beach.
It's going to be Long Beach basketball. Timeout on the floor.
more than likely going to be the second place team when the regular season finishes tomorrow night.
Long Beach ball, down by 2 here. Starting to pick up for both teams offensively here. Jones, a wide open look from the elbow, and ties the game.
Told you they're not going away. UC Irvine just owned that last 4 or 5 minute segment. I think Long Beach State's going to maybe do the same thing on the other end in this next few minutes. Basketball is just it's like a teeter-totter, isn't it?
Here's Davis. He and Butler have 15 of the 23 second half points for UCI. The freshman thought about the 3. Finds a cutting Artest. Beautiful basketball there.
Well, you know, his father, great NBA player, must have taught him that off-the-ball, high IQ basketball that he made. Oh, look at this.
Your seat can be used as a flotation device, Richard Shooter.
That's great. You know, he just had a career high 25 points for CSU Bakersfield not too long ago, earlier in the season. He missed a couple of games after that due to injury that he sustained in that game where he had that career high.
Greene, the bucket and the foul.
They've got to have more of that, the Anteaters. There's some confusion. I don't know what the confusion is down there, but look, they've missed some of these shots around the basket. I mean, kudos to the defense by Long Beach State. But Brad Greene just uses all of that power and all of that bulk strength, all 6'11" of them.
Look at Brad Greene, just under 10 points a game this season, leads the conference in block shots. Defensive Player of the Year candidate. And just the transformation he's undergone throughout his career here.
He's chiseled. Look at his face. His face is chiseled.
One of the lines of the decade for me, Russ Turner saying Greene looks a lot better in his uniform these days. Compared to his freshman campaign. Has lost some 85+ pounds. Missed that free throw there, but Lee with the second opportunity here for Irvine. Let's send it down to Courtney Sweet.
Yeah, guys, well, Brad Greene actually grew up on a reservation, and when he was recruited by UC Irvine, it was a huge deal for everybody. As you guys have talked about, his physical transformation has been well documented, but I asked Coach Turner about his overall journey at UC Irvine, and he said his big picture look has been thrilling. He's gone through tremendous growth. He's become an extraordinary leader, and he's asserted himself. He's up for the Senior Class Award on campus. You could just hear Coach Turner and how proud he was of Brad when we were talking to him. And you guys, we've covered UC Irvine for a long time, and you know, you hear that with Coach Turner when he talks about his players, the Tommy Rutherfords, the Jonathan Galloways, players like that, and you could hear just the pride he had, and you know how Brad has transformed himself. I know he's slimmed down, but he's also grown tremendously as a person.
Definitely talks about him in that same vein, Courtney. And that pass deflected, so Irvine will retain the possession here. Lee will move to the other side of the basket. Phelps got a mismatch. Double team comes. They go right back to him. Nice pass out of the post. Artest, a wide open look. Oh, insomnia. Hit all 4 corners of the basket there. Wouldn't stay down. Here's Hunter in deep, and he lost it. Greene.
He likes that sweet spot right there. That left block. He likes to catch it there and go over his left shoulder, use his right hand.
How about the defense on the other end? We're going to have a foul on Carter.
Fouls are stacking up. Beach has got 5 of them.
All that noise you hear, I believe it should be bleeding into your TVs or phones, tablets, however you're watching us here right now. All that noise coming from the UC Irvine bench.
You have to create your own energy in times like this. You know, when you're playing in an arena like this, the pyramid fits 5,000 solid, and they're all on top of you yelling and screaming, and you feel very lonely, man. You're by yourself. It's just you and the others in your travel party. That's it. But now, especially with no fans, you don't have any of your fans there. You certainly don't have any of their fans there either. You just have to create your own energy. Both teams have to do that.
Here's Davis. Oh, he's got a lane. Missed it, though. Missed the layup, and back comes Long Beach State. Washington, oh, what a pass. Kick ball, though. A little English on that one. I tell you, New York City point guard's got a little creativity, coach.
Hey, I played at Rucker Park one time.
Oh, did you? Do tell.
You know what? I lied. I didn't really play there. I was there helping out on a commercial shoot, so I shot some baskets there.
Okay, nice. More than I can say. And kick ball there by Baker.
You're Long Beach State. You're going up against this 2-3 zone. Just keep reversing the basketball from one side of the floor to the other. Loosen up this defense and look for opportunities to attack the gaps, whether it's with the pass or with the dribble. Attack the gaps of the zone. We've got a clock issue. Side out.
So they put 20 on the shot clock. 4:19 on the game clock.
Squeeze the ball screens. He's anticipating ball screens to take place.
Looks like they're going zone here, coach.
Yeah, they're changing it up a little bit, and it's making Long Beach State have to think.
Active hands there by Davis. Nice pocket pass. Little floater good from Brad Greene. All set up by the freshman DJ Davis.
He's got a big time upside, Davis.
Does he ever? Hunter. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Baker. It'll remain Long Beach State basketball when we come back. But the Anteaters lead this one by 6. Some 85 pounds. He lost that over the course from his freshman season to last season.
Well, I think it's helped his defense. We talk about his potential defensive player of the year. He had 9 blocks in a game at Cal State Fullerton earlier this season. 9 blocks. Tied for third best in a Big West game.
Under 10 to shoot for Long Beach. Hampton's been quiet lately. Until now, nice finger roll there by Joe Hampton. He's in the double figures now with 10.
He flashed to the elbow, got it, and just took one dribble to drive.
Baker finds the space.
Okay, so his defender got caught up in the screen, but there was no help from the big to get out there and contest the mid-range shot. Way too easy for Baker. Under 3 minutes now. It's got to be all urgency on both ends of the floor for Long Beach State. Drive those gaps. Really trying to get him a three-point shot.
They got a good look at it, but it's long as Hunter misfires.
All right, Long Beach State now, you've got to show urgency. You did for most of the game. Don't stop doing so now.
Davis steps into a jumper, in and out. Oh.
And he dodged the bullet. I don't feel like they contested that shot hard enough.
There's Washington. Nifty ball handling. Finds a sweet spot, knocks it down inside the paint. Timeout, Dan Munson.
Love it.
Washington up to 50.
So they might let him inbound it, but they're going to heat him up full court.
They're off the ball. It looks like a little full-court man here.
Yeah, they're going to let him get it in, and they're going to make it hard for him to bring it up. They're going to rely on their TOBP, tremendous on-ball pressure.
So Washington picking up Davis full court as he crosses the timeline. Approaching 2 to play here inside the pyramid. Davis, 15-footer. He's had a couple of good looks as the freshman the last 2 times down. That one just rolls off. Washington. What vision. Hunter a three. Oh, too long. Skying for the rebound there. The Beach. Baker on the floor. He comes out with it. Davis, long lead pass, freshman mistake.
That was a freshman mistake. Capitalize if you're Long Beach State.
We're going to have a foul on the floor.
So here's what's going on the offensive end for UC Irvine. They're setting up ball screens, a big on small ball screen. Baker, whoever it is, Davis coming off the ball screen. And the big man defender for Long Beach State, who oftentimes hedges out and takes the ball handler temporarily until the ball handler's defender can recover off the ball screen, under or over. That big man defender is just hanging out inside the paint. So if the big man for UC Irvine can set a nice, strong ball screen and hit Long Beach State's defender, they're easily getting a mid-range shot off because there's no help from the big man that's hanging out down inside the post.
Carter in the corner. Trying to find some space. Dangerous pass there. Washington trying to create and lost it into the hands of Greene. Greene cut into the basket and a block.
It's a block because the defender was inside the restricted arc. Otherwise, it might have been a player control foul. But because of that restricted arc there, that was put in there several years ago for safety purposes, automatic blocking violation. Get a chance to take a look at it here. Look at white uniform defense. Yeah, he's inside. He's got a foot on, at least maybe 2 feet on that restricted arc. So next foul on Long Beach State is going to be free throws for UC Irvine. Got to play solid if you're Long Beach State. Where's the help side rotation?
Phelps throws up a wild shot. Greene comes down with it. Didn't hit the rim, but Baker a three. No. Beach within 4.
Wide open.
Carter, a wide open look at three. Got it. Michael Carter the third. He's in the double figures with 11 now. It's a one-possession game. Now you don't need to foul, Coach.
Don't need to foul. Here comes the timeout by UC Irvine, and that's why you push. You push for the unknown. The defense didn't know what was going on. Wide open layups, especially if you're a big man. But it's inside-outside attack. But their ball screen has been working. Remember, Long Beach State's post defender has been hanging out in the paint, and they've been giving up some mid-range shots. Knock down those shots, you feel pretty good.
Man-to-man look here from Long Beach State.
Are they going to switch everything? Doesn't look like it so far. Nope, not switching. Staying true. So they went for the ball screen, hoping that big man would be down inside waiting, but he was guarding up tight.
Velp may have got away with a hook there. He gets the little runner in the lane. Colin Velp, ladies and gentlemen. He's been quiet all night, but when they need a bucket, they go to him.
Even do that 2 times. Put him at the foul line, get the rebound, win the game on free throws.
Velp with 14 after that basket. A rough shooting night for him. 5 of 13. Let's see what Long Beach State does. Hampton, cross court to Jones. Hunter lost it, but they say last touch Irvine. And Russ Turner wants to look at it.
The UC Irvine bench is going ballistic. Excited that they got that deflection, but also thinking that it goes to them. It should be going to them in their mind. It was close.
It's deja vu all over again for the Beach. They go to Hawaii last weekend. 2 one-possession losses there.
So, okay, look, if they can't get a steal or deflection, they've got to foul. They got to foul now. You have to foul.
Artest with it, and Washington picks up the foul.
So, 1-on-1.
And we're shooting 1-and-1. Artest is just 4 of 8 from the line this season. So a couple big free throws here from the sophomore.
Only 8 free throws on the season?
Only 8.
All right. Long Beach State gets the ball. They got to push it. Got to push it. Got to push
it.
Don't necessarily need a 3. Although now you do.
Hunter, a good look from 3. He got it!
Wow! The black and blue rivalry, huh, Rashawn?
We are headed to overtime. Officials going to look at this one.
I say it every time there's a game that goes in overtime. The team that forces overtime usually wins the game. This would be a huge win for Long Beach State as they're preparing for conference tournament play. With the season they've had, almost 60 days of quarantine, only 14 games played. Do you, UC Irvine? Inside-out attack, ball screens, get that mid-range shot. They've had a lot of success with that as of late.
High arcing jumper there from Davis. He's got 14. First points of the OT go to the Anteaters.
If I'm UC Irvine, I'm continuing to get the ball down the floor. I'm continuing to run ball screens because I'm getting a lot of mid-range looks as a result. Post defender is oftentimes hanging in the back, more concerned about the drive, more concerned about the roll, but it's leaving the perimeter player an opportunity to knock down a mid-range shot. Here it is again.
Right back to Baker. Around a Greene screen. One-legged fall away. Short. Here comes Washington looking to push. Washington, nice move. Washington, the jelly.
Over the best shot blocker in the conference, too. Took a lot of courage.
He's got 17. Here's Davis. Oh, said I got a little jelly of my own, coach.
Oh, look
quickly the other way, Carter.
Man, the transition offense for Long Beach State has been terrific. And this is how they can win games. It's one reason they're so dangerous. The UC Santa Barbara's Joe Pasternak said they might have the most dangerous backcourt in the entire conference. As talented as they are, the 3 guards that they have are probably more talented than any other guards in the league as a trio.
Velp just muscles his way around Carter. It's a tough matchup.
Having success getting the ball at the elbows and the high post, Long Beach State. Right there, see? Carter's, they took him away. Carter's kind of hanging around elbow to elbow. Hampton's doing the same.
Hampton, dream shake, fall away, no.
Opportunity to capitalize if they're the Anteaters. Both teams with 1 timeout left.
Davis draws the foul. Crafty play there by the freshman against Washington, the senior. And that's going to be personal foul number 4 on him. So that's something to watch. Leading scorer in this game, Isaiah Washington, now with 4 personal fouls. And Carter's got 4 as well.
Well, excuse me, the scoreboard here says each team has 1 timeout left. They have not added the overtime additional timeout that you're given. So both teams with 2 timeouts. I think you're going to see the chess pieces moving here down the stretch. Timeouts are there if needed. When the pressure comes at you here from either side, you have timeouts to save you.
DJ Davis, the freshman out of Riverside Poly High School. Former Big West Player of the Week winner. First freshman to do that for the Anteaters since Luke Nelson back in 2014. How special was he?
Oh, real special. Luke Nelson just hit a game winner for Great Britain a week or 2 ago.
Here's Carter in deep. Hampton right back into the hands of Carter. Fortuitous poke out there. Here's Hunter, a deep 3. No. And Greene gobbling up a rebound. Oh, stolen away by Hampton. He just took it from him. And he'll earn 2 shots.
Flex the muscles, young man. Not getting it done from behind the arc was Chance Hunter, but Joe Hampton just ripping it out of Brad Greene's hands.
Oh, you don't see that often, do you?
No, Brad Greene's a beast. That's a long situation here. Look, there's the three-point shot.
I mean, he just took it from him.
He didn't get it the first time. If you don't get it the first time, try again. And just the hounding efforts by both him and his teammate, number 12, Jaden Jones.
So Hampton gets the foul shot.
Dan Munson was worried about how great a shape his team was in. Just taking the second best placed team in the league to overtime.
I hate to get ahead of ourselves here, but how imperative is that considering we're here in overtime? And Long Beach definitely not as much depth as this Irvine team. To not allow this extra period to be in void. And whoa, sloppy play here from Irvine.
And you say that too. UC Irvine's got 35 points off their bench, 2 points for Beach throughout the course of the game. We've gone, 43 and a half minutes, and they've got 2 points off the bench.
And Davis has 18.
You know, and the way the schedule lines up this year, you're playing back-to-backs, Friday, Saturdays. If you're Long Beach State, in your mind, you've got to come out with a win. Because in less than 24 hours, you got to rematch this team. You know they're going to be exhausted. They don't have the bench that UC Irvine has.
Almost critical here, as Washington was out of bounds there when he caught that one. Under 1.5 to play. Big turnover there.
Yeah, he's frustrated. He'll be fine. Look, he's a competitor. And I said earlier, he brings a sense of toughness that this squad doesn't have from anybody else. So, look, he's frustrated. But now he's clapping his hands. Now he's getting ready. You watch Washington make a big play on either end of the floor in this last minute 20.
It's Davis against Slater.
Look at the defense.
Davis dribbling all through the defense. Swatted away. Got in too deep there. Here's Slater with it in the open court. Got caught in the air. Carter right back out to Slater. Underneath Hampton, no, but he'll earn another 2.
I just said Washington was going to make a big play. That was a precision pass, ball on a silver platter to his teammate, Joe Hampton, who got fouled. Look at Washington, number 11. I love this. You know, ball's moving in the corner. There it is. Look at that pass. No look, down inside, and it gave Hampton an opportunity to get a bucket.
So Hampton can tie it here, and he misses the first. That last foul on Brad Greene, so that's his 4th now, Coach.
Yeah, UC Irvine does not need to lose Brad Greene. If this game goes to double overtime and you don't have Brad Greene, you're at a serious disadvantage. Missed them both. Oh, killer for Beach. It's a killer. Look, they're showing some signs of fatigue. You got to push through it in this last minute.
2 big misses there from the Beach. Can Irvine capitalize, though, Coach?
Well, remember, both teams still have 2 timeouts to use if they need a rest.
We have a foul up high. Is that on Washington? If that's Washington, that's it for him. That is on Washington. So he's done. Leading scorer in the game for the Beach has just fouled out of this one with 39 seconds left in overtime.
How about it? They're going to have to win without Washington.
It's a big loss.
You just got to dig in, man. You just got to dig in. And find a way to come out of this game victorious. Look, they forced overtime.
So 1-1 for the freshman Henry. 63% foul shooter on the season. Calmly sinks the first.
And UC Irvine's been here before, just with this young group, constantly teaching a young group how to win in a program that wins championship after championship. 5 of the last 7 Big West regular season championships have gone to the Anteaters of UC Irvine. This year, they're going to be close, but they're not going to quite get there. You got to be able to, for them as well, teach these young players in this machine of a program to close out these close games.
Henry can't get the second one. So here's Carter in the front court. A 13-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Carter, the floater. He got it. Timeout, Dan Munson.
So that finished this out. Now down a point with 27 seconds to go.
Coffee is for closers. Does Long Beach have the coffee? We shall see. Ball's inbounded to Velt. And he's trapped immediately. Lee. And he walked with it.
Wow. All right, we talk about Irvine needing to be poised and cool. Now, look, Michael Carter III is in pain. I think he might have got hit where it counts. And great defensive effort by Beach. And Michael Carter looks a little shooken up right now.
I like the fact that the officials allowed him to kind of work through it and didn't take him out of the game, right?
Now, these officials played basketball themselves back in the day. They know what that feels like.
Yeah, he's certainly laboring right now. That is for sure.
2-3 zone, 20 seconds.
Slater nearly lost it. Carter lost it. Ball's on the deck. Loose ball. Shot clock expires. Shot clock violation against Long Beach State.
What a defensive possession.
It leaves just 6/10 left on the game clock. Let's see the dark.
How are they going to handle this? Because
so he put 2.1 back up.
That's a messed up situation.
But it should.
I think it's unfair. I'm not saying it's going to lose them the game, but I think it's unfair.
They're going to have a foul on Jones.
Look, it was a shot clock violation, so technically they should have had, 2 seconds left to get a shot off? Am I not understanding something right? They put 20 seconds on the clock. I'd have to go back and look at it. Maybe I'm completely off, but it seemed to me that I don't understand.
No, I think I'm with you, Coach.
Okay, here's the thing. When they put, because UC Irvine coughed it up with 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, it was 22 seconds left.
Why was there a 20-second shot clock? It wasn't after an offensive rebound. It should have been a reset, a full 30-second shot clock. And with 20 seconds, the shot clock never should have been on.
Help at the free throw line.
Unless I completely forgot the sequence of events. I don't understand. But nevertheless, you've got to deal with the cards that you're dealt. And right now, here we are in a position. UC Irvine can go up 3 here, an opportunity for Beach still to a tie or win.
Very interesting last sequence here. Nice. Timeout taken by Russ Turner. 1 and 2-10.
2 if you're lucky, but I would just say 1. And you're going to have to chuck a deep shot unless you're able to hit somebody at half court.
Carter will inbound it, try to throw the football pass. Gives it to Mansell, who catches and calls a quick timeout with 7/10 left.
So, look, I thought they had a time.
Yeah, what a bizarre sequence here to end this one. Obviously, with the protocols in place now, we wouldn't have the luxury to even talk to the officials as we would in a normal case. But Boss inbounded. Hunter will heave one up off glass. Close.
What?
But unsuccessful. And UC Irvine going to take game 1 of 2 here in this Black